Hey Libra, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast. This is for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising for February 22nd through the 28th. Don't forget, my darlings, that even if you happen to stumble upon this video outside of those dates, there's still going to be messages here for you. You're going to find this video whenever you're meant to find it, even if it's 2 years from now. You'll find it when you're ready to find it. It is a general reading. Not every single message will resonate, but if you've been led here, if you've been brought here, there's at least a couple of messages here for you. So without further ado, my darling Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising friends, we're going to see what is coming up for you. What messages are coming up for you ahead. So we're going to start with your first card here, and the first card is the Ten of Swords. This looks terrifying, but it really isn't. It's actually pretty positive because the Ten of Swords indicates some karmic cycle has finally come to an end. The Ten of Swords can even indicate overcoming addiction. Okay, now keep in mind that addiction can come in many ways, shapes, and forms. It's not always going to be substance abuse. Okay, for some of you, it can be shopping, it can be gambling, it could be a relationship, it can be being way too committed, way too devoted to your job or to your career. We all kind of self-medicate in different ways, but some kind of addictive or toxic repetitive pattern is coming to an end once and for all. And you may be leaving a situation that might feel kind of bittersweet. Now, I feel two very strong energies here. This is a general reading, so it's going to be different for different ones of you. But I feel that for a good portion of you, there's something happening here where you're walking away from a job situation or a relationship that when it first came in, it felt like a godsend. It was just like, wow, I am so lucky. What a miracle that I have this chance or this opportunity. And now it's just not pleasant. You have outgrown it, right? Now it's become like a shoe that doesn't fit, a shoe that's too small. It's agonizing to stay there. And you may have tried and tried and tried to stay in this situation because of the fact that there are good memories here, right? And there are positive aspects, but you're just getting to the point where you can't do it anymore. You can't hold on anymore. So I do feel like some of you, it's very bittersweet, but you're walking away from a situation. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but a situation in which you may have had many, many years invested. And for some reason, for some of you, I'm getting like a retirement vibe around it. So you're maybe just kind of like you wanted to go a little bit longer and you're just like, I can't hold out anymore. For other ones of you, this is very interesting. I feel Ten of Swords is happening in terms of there may have been somebody that had really serious, maybe really serious isn't the right word, but I'll say significant. Somebody who had some significant substance abuse issue that negatively impacted your life. Like they did things in that time that, you know, hurt you or put you in a bad situation. I feel this person might be writing you a letter to try to apologize or make amends in some way. They might be doing some kind of 12-step program. And so as a result, they might be reaching out to you to try to make amends or say sorry for what they did. For some of you, this person might even enclose some money. Maybe they owed you money, and so they're trying to, you know, make that right. And you know, for some of you, this is even, you know, coming to you from someone who's currently in some kind of rehabilitation or incarceration for this substance issue. I don't know why, but I feel like for some reason, those of you that this is happening, it's like the second you see that, you're like wanting to hightail it out of town. You're like, I don't want this person to have my address. I don't want this person to reach out to me. So even though this person is maybe reaching out and saying sorry, you're feeling like you can't have it. And for some reason, I feel like this is like making you feel like you don't want to be at that address anymore. So you might be manifesting some kind of a move. Um I can't tell you how to feel about the situation. I wasn't there, you were. I didn't experience it, you did, right? So I can't sit here and say, "Oh my gosh, don't do that or do this or do that." But I just feel that coming up for some of you. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Knight of Wands, okay? Which kind of makes me giggle here a little bit, because Knight of Wands can be that you're feeling very motivated and moving forward very quickly on a decision, for those of you who are making a decision to walk away. But I giggled because Knight of Wands comes up for me in my readings when we're dealing with a person who just loves to come and go in and out of your life, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, right? And so this Ten of Swords here is you're putting a stop to it. It's like, nope, you don't get to come into my life anymore. You don't get to reach out to me. You don't get to contact me. You don't get to walk in here like you never even walked away and pick up, like, just like where everything left off. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So a lot of you are putting an end to this really kind of impulsive energy, or this person who just kind of, saunters in and disappears and repeats again and again and again. You're not having it. You don't want to deal with it anymore. There could even be here some kind of an ultimatum for some of you, right? In an existing relationship or situation that's kind of leading here to the Ten of Wands, where you're just like, nope, if you're gonna give me an ultimatum, then I'm gonna walk. Sometimes the Knight of Wands can be coming in with ultimatum energy. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Page of Swords. This is going to be beautiful air sign energy, as you guys are Libra air signs. And so the Page of Swords is sometimes coming up for me in my readings with the message of speaking your truth. This is a situation that is teaching you to speak your truth. There could also be a gathering of information, and it just got really serious here, Libra. It got really serious because I just saw the card for Libra, the Justice card, flash in my head. But I got it with a sense of like, it's time for justice. It's time for justice. So some of you with this Ten of Swords, where you're walking away from a situation, and you have this like very passionate, fiery Knight of Wands energy about it, there could have been something criminal or something unethical that occurred that you are walking away. And the Page of Swords makes me feel like you might be gathering information so that you can present it. For some reason, I feel there's this sense of like justice or whistleblowing of some kind, or like reporting an organization. Some of you might be turning somebody in. Okay, your reading is getting really serious here, Libra. This is a general reading. You guys have different circumstances and scenarios, so as they come in, I'm just sharing them. So some of you might be gathering information on how to do this, right? Page of Swords can also come up when we're at a new beginning and we are surveying land, or we're going somewhere and gathering information in preparation of getting set up, or even in some cases relocating. And Page of Swords can give us caution to just be aware that others may be watching us or trying to gather information about us. So we want to be careful about what we are divulging to others. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups can be water sign energy, particularly a younger water sign. Water sign would be Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. For me, the Page of Cups is very much a heart chakra opening up kind of card. And so the heart chakra opens up so that we can heal and so that we can receive. Okay. And again, here I feel with this Page of Cups that many of you are wanting to begin something new and something more fulfilling, but you're trying to go into it in a way where you're just doing it for fun. You don't want to stress yourself out or freak yourself out, or like hurry up and try to hurry the situation along. But there's also a sense here of innocence and playfulness. So Libra, I feel like a lot of you are even feeling like certain kind of humors are not appealing to you anymore. You may have had kind of a naughty sense of humor, and not that you're becoming a prude or anything like that, but you might be finding that you're just wanting to be more simple, especially in your relationships. I feel like you're just wanting to have a more pure connection, and you're wanting to be treated in a more pure kind of way. Not that you're being a prude or overly serious. I really want to stress that. But I feel like you're longing for connection and innocence and just genuine sincerity. So any kind of flirtatious energies, any kind of like, you know, cursing and bragging, or whatever you saw as being adult or grown up, you're kind of redefining that whole thing. And I feel your energy is becoming a little bit softer here, a little bit more playful. Your next card here, my dears, is more Libra energy here, the King of Swords, air sign energy. King of Swords is going to make fair and balanced decisions and be able to make these decisions without being overly emotional, without letting themselves be guided by the heart. There's also here a sense and a feeling of negotiating, like, mediating, negotiating, and finding the win-win solution for all involved. So you might be wrapping up some kind of deal or contract here, and you are, for some of you, going to be negotiating the terms of a contract or agreement. King of Swords can also indicate getting advice from an expert or a professional. He can represent a counselor or therapist. He can also represent an attorney. And some of you might be going to see both to deal with this Ten of Swords moment and this, like, kind of getting justice or moving on. So some of you might be getting very serious in where you have the Page of Swords gathering information. You might be going and sitting down with someone who's going to advise you through the situation. How do I make this happen? What do I need? Kind of situation. Now, I do feel that for some of you where there's like a legal situation, I feel something around the King of Swords where, like, it's not gonna go to court. It's gonna be something that you guys are gonna be able to handle or agree with outside of court. I'm not an attorney. I can't give legal advice. This is a general reading, so please do not make lifelong decisions based on something you're hearing in a general reading, especially when it has to do with a court situation or a legal contract. But do know that you are going to be benefited by seeking out someone who is licensed, someone who is trained, someone who can guide you through those specifics, okay? Going to the therapist, going to an attorney or a lawyer who's going to give you the right advice and kind of help you have that victory, okay? But I do feel for some of you, there's something you're going to be able to negotiate in a positive way, finding a win-win solution or situation for all involved. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate with you more than your sun sign, or it might add a lot of extra information to your sun sign reading. If you would like a private reading, you can go to calendly.com/amethystangellight and schedule a private reading with me there. The link will be in the description. Also, those of you looking for love and romance readings, the love readings will be linked in the description as well. Thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, my dears.